The Honorable Member for Kilifi South, Honorable Ken Chonga.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity. I stand to express the feelings and the wishes of many Kenyans as far as this speech is concerned. And Madam Speaker, let me take a cue from Honorable Zamzam when she said that when we debate some of these speeches, we need to understand that we are here for the interest of the Kenyans. And honestly, the way you will present our debates will impress on Kenyans on what they feel about it. When we stand in front of this chamber and we debate out of our thorax and mouth the way Honorable Mohamed Ali was doing, honestly, it creates no value. We come here to debate issues. We are not here at war. Madam Speaker, let me say that the speech of the President, to many, it was a very, very big disappointment. It was a disappointment because let us first of all take cue of when, during the time when we were campaigning, the promises that the Mwananchi was promised by this government. It was the expectation of every mamamboga, every boda, every hustler that life was going to be better than the way it is today. And if there's anything that Mwananchi expected, that is what he wanted to read and understand from the speech of the President. Madam Speaker, let me tell you where the rain started beating us. The rain started beating us by passing out a punitive finance bill in this parliament. We talked about it, we discussed it, we could see the weaknesses of some of the elements that were in that bill, but there was nobody to hear because the numbers were less. The finance bill is the biggest cause of the cost of living today. Madam Speaker, the other day, on the 8th of November, members of parliament from the government side were at State House. And they expressed openly that they have become less popular because of the cost of living. This is something is in parliament domain. And I think the president, what he said was, you do not need to be popular. Indeed, if they feel they're unpopular, and they feeling what the Mwananchi is feeling on the ground. Madam Speaker, I was keenly listening to the leader of majority here and his deputy, and the kind of lies that they were making to Kenyans. One of the causes why the cost of living is not going to go up any soon is the cost of fuel in this country. Madam Speaker, you and me know very well that Kenya went into an arrangement of government to government with the government of Saudi Arabia. Look at the players in this arrangement, first of all. If there is nothing that I can call a scam, this is the biggest scam, Madam Speaker. They are telling us that the cost of fuel is going up because of the war in Ukraine and the Hamas. How come the cost of fuel is going down in Tanzania, in Rwanda, in Uganda? What explanation can the president make out of that? It is in public domain that the companies who were given the tender to be bringing fuel tied their hands in such a manner that when the cost of fuel is going down, they cannot negotiate these terms. And you know very well, for as long as the cost of fuel will remain high, everything in Kenya will remain high. Madam Speaker.
What's your point of order, Honorable KJ?
Madam Speaker, as emotive and as misinformed as the Honorable Chonga might be, is it in order for him to say that we are speaking lies here or the president is speaking lies? To the best of my knowledge, Madam Speaker, this is very unparliamentary language that goes against even our standing orders, Madam Speaker. So I think it is in order that the honorable member withdraws that statement on the issue of lies. It is unparliamentary language. He needs to withdraw and apologize, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Chonga, if you make a allegation.
Madam Speaker, if you heard me very well, there is nothing that I called a lie. Maybe I should use a different language for KJ to understand what I'm talking about.
What did you say exactly?
What I'm saying, Madam Speaker, is as the government or as the leader of majority has just put it here, that the cost of fuel in Kenya is going up just because there is war between Israel and Hamas. Why couldn't he go a step further and explain to the parliament why the cost of fuel in Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda is going down? Simple. And if you did not understand it, for the
Honorable Chonga, it is not your place to decide what a member says. You say your view and let the member say their view.
Thank you. I stand guided, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I know my time is up, but I just want to make this submission. And if you'll allow me, because KJ has taken almost 1 minute of mine, I want us to come to the realization that the Mwananchi is actually suffering. As much as we are fixing the agriculture sector and many other sectors, we need to know how the cost of living can come down. And if we play around with this matter, I refer back to what Pastor Mackenzie said, Kitawaramba. This government is in place because of the people who put this government in place where it is. It is the same people who are complaining about how life has become so unbearable.
Conclude, Honorable Member. In your extra minute.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
So conclude.
I'm concluding. Madam Speaker, with that realization that we are where we are because of the promises that we gave to the Mwananchi, be you on the opposition or on the government side, the feeling of the people on the ground is the same. Langu mimi Kiswahili nataka kusema, tusingoje kiwarambe. If we insist that everything is correct and yet everything is going wrong, then kuramba tutarambwa. Asante, Madam Speaker.